You often notice the overnight success of someone no one saw coming. Or you hear about the underdog rising to the levels, the heights of the people who were just pitying him or her. And you hear in the news about this very soft-spoken and often unrecognized general toppling his loud, outspoken and sometimes even more intelligent counterpart without much effort. And this stays a mystery for the people who don't know what's happening here. And what's happening here is that the person who everyone ignored and not respected used that very phenomena to collect and build everything they needed for their final ambush, by which time nothing or no one can stop them because no one even knew. No one expects the underdog, the stupid man, the ignorant woman, the unintelligent and quiet person to rise to the top. And this, ironically, helps the stupid and unintelligent to win without a fight. But were these people really idiots who didn't know their way around and just suddenly fell upon some good luck to help them win? Or were they playing dumb all along? The answer is simple. No one in life ever achieves success serendipitously, out of nowhere. No. That never happens. If you see anyone succeed at anything and that success comes as a surprise to everyone, this only means that they have been at it for so long while at the same time hiding away their ingenuity and brilliance away from the dangers of envy and jealousy. This is a real strategy that they have adopted because they knew beforehand that exposing, revealing, discussing their genius can only end up creating problems in their work and eventually destroy what they're planning to build. And in this video, I will share with you the benefits of playing dumb and laying low while you build your empire and how you can apply that in your work and life in general. But before we do that, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, here on this channel I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you're interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Also, make sure to check out the description box. I have links to my website, my new book, my social media accounts, and so much more. Each and every one of them tailored to help you become your best self. So do check it out. Now, let's get to today's topic. So the first and most important perk of acting dumb is the lack of visible competition, comparison, envy, jealousy. You simply are not considered a threat to anyone. You choose to be the underdog and avoid any kind of malice, and keep your peace while you master your craft. No one will try to conspire against you in any way, as people never see you as a real threat to their ego or power. They might even think of you as this idiot, this stupid person who might even need their assistance or wisdom. But for the people who have actually adopted, the strategy of acting like they know nothing, acting ignorant and lost, they're actually, in most cases, they are the wise ones. Because they have this space, they have this time where they can observe, where they can learn from everything outside of them. While the people who are spewing their wisdom left and right, they're only ever speaking. They're talking, they are demanding respect, and they're just going around only speaking of what they know and never having the opportunity to get to know new things. And this is the advantage of the people who are acting lost, because now they have that opportunity to listen, observe, and collect everything they need for their eventual success. They're actually learning. They're actually listening to the many different ways and avenues they can approach their success. While those people who are stubborn and who are a know-it-all and who have no time to listen or to observe because they're always speaking, they know everything, they feel like they know everything, they're going to fail. And on top of that, they are going to attract envy. They are going to attract jealousy, even with their limited wisdom, because they are not unique. The world is full of people who like to speak, who like to talk and never listen. And this eventually creates the clash of the egos, because no person who likes to be revered, who likes to be appreciated and admired for their knowledge or whatever it is that they consider to be their great traits, is going to like another person outshining them. And this is when people start to compete with each other. They start to compare. They don't like people outshining them because they want that validation from the outside world. And these are the people who eventually fail in everything they do because they are not emotionally stable. They cannot think of a world where they cannot go out there and people accepting them for their work or their traits. But you want none of that. You are not interested in pleasing people. You are not interested in portraying this image of perfection. In fact, you are hiding away whatever improvements that you have made within yourself because you are painfully aware of the dangers of competition and comparison on the outside world. You simply avoid that. And this is the great character of the people who build in silence, of the people who never want any kind of praise or validation from the outside world. And in most cases, these are the people who create this groundbreaking, impactful work that the people who are busy out there trying to prove themselves smart to the world can never. And this is because there are simply less distractions from the outside world. And it will be the same for you. Whether it's harmless or ill-intended, whatever distraction is going to be, non-existent. And this helps you to focus on your work. This helps you experiment on your work and come up with new things without the fear of failure or without the fear of the retaliation from the outside world, your image to the outside world, because that is simply not a thing in your mind. You're not worried about it. You're not worried about your reputation because the world doesn't have one yet about you. And this gives you the freedom to develop your skills and creativity without ever looking for validation from the outside. And it helps that people don't think much of what you're doing, of your work, as they see you as the fool who is simply wasting his or her time. Because for the people that is much expected from them, the pressure is crushing, the emotional turmoil of having to constantly prove themselves literally distracts from the quality of work that they're doing, but not you. Also, acting like you know nothing helps you to camouflage yourself in a society that accepts and even rewards mediocrity, and eventually helps you to get out of it without necessarily having to confront this widely accepted nonsense of performative working and living conditions. You'll have a private safe haven of independent and authentic thinking while being absolutely agreeable to the ways of society that most people are attached to. The other thing is looking and acting non-threatening will really help you see clearly, the true character flaws of most people. And through this, you will learn a great deal about yourself and society by simply pretending to be inferior to them. This helps you build a superior character that no one can detect unless you're willing to show it, and helps you build patience and competence secretly by working on yourself without ever needing any validation from the outside world. You simply become an unstoppable force, one that eludes the minds of others because they never saw the brilliance that was strategically kept from them. So that's it for today, guys. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't waste your time trying to prove yourself to the world, and instead become the star they never saw coming. And I will see you on my next video.